Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they can earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential, but in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Y'all got to talk about taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might know power. Also dangerous. Y'all talk about.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team. And boy, they're glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
A short one there to Fryermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's 1. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, you block over here.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Rodgers.
They'll get the hook up there to Woods.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Rodgers.
Another target and catch for Robert Woods.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown!
Calvin Austin
From 10 yards out.
And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Call it a gain of a yard. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Hall again.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Derek Harmon. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Steelers, first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one too low. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, son.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And back to the 30, it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down at 7.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And Woods has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers. Yeah, to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rodgers again now.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
That's complete right side to Lazard. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
A gain of a yard.
331.
Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Alex Highsmith in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's 1.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Rodgers with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On the give, it's Warren. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
50. Hey, you block over here. Jump out.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Warren from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out now come the Jets. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Hurry up.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 yards. And the Jets, first down.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Green knight.
Back to throw. Fields. And his throw is
It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Well, get this complete to Austin. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They toss it to Warren. Down to the 22-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a
touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers continue to pull away here this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Boswell good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
Off play action, Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
19 yards. That's another Jets. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And boy, this defense again as they stop him for no gain. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Here we go. And 9.
Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up. The big fella. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. He juked him. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down.
18.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A handoff for Warren. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34. Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This offense so far on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd-and-1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Green light.
To throw is Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Austin McNamara now,
as he's on to punt for New York. It's taken on the 25.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has shown up time and time again.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 7.
Green 18. Green 18.
It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he stopped immediately there. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
3rd down and 6.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
51 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Second down and 8.
Second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
319! Flip again.
Here's Warren. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a fake of the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Turn this TV off. Ain't want my type activity, but don't you get involved. Hey, what? I know shit I see. Send them off. Take a whistle, take a trip.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 46 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the AFC West. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. He's going to look deep and find his receiver, 30-yard touchdown. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And here's the new signee from Denver, Javonte Williams. His first touchdown with the star on his helmet. The Cowboys come out on top, and Brian Schottenheimer has his first W as the head coach of Big D. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the second-year man, Spencer Rattler. Touchdown from 20 yards away. Both teams a little slow to get the offenses in gear. It's week 1. We're all tied at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.